the shattered plans. You know the time has come for breaking some new ground.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Megan, and we are back in Sawyer's bedroom for part 3, doing a DIY hand-painted mural accent wall on this wall right here. This is what Sawyer's room has been looking like the last few days. It's basically just a bed now. In the last video, we removed her nightstands, the shelves that she had on either side of this window, and then also the peel and stick wallpaper that was over on this wall. But today we're going to be focused on removing this accent, patching up any holes, and then painting a mural that goes across this entire space. I think it has been like 3 years now that we've had this DIY wall art accent up on this space, and it has worked with every time we've rearranged the room or added in small elements, and we've loved it. It was inspired by the boho basket walls that were trending a few years back. Like, everyone was doing that. They went viral, and so then trying to source actual baskets became very, very expensive. So I decided to try a DIY budget-friendly take on it. I found this mirror at TJ Maxx for $14, and then these are placemats from Hobby Lobby, and these are placemats from Target, like literal dinner placemats that I found on clearance at both of those places, and just tacked them up to the wall as if they were baskets. But now that we're doing a complete overhaul and completely changing the aesthetic and the color palette, which I did show you in my last video when we went hunting down the viral dopamine decor to include in this space, and found all of the textiles and the bedding that would set the tone, like the literal tone and colors that we wanted to introduce into here, these two just are not going to work anymore, and this is going to have to be removed. So I have reimagined, caught the vision for something else that we could do here, and I'm really excited to try it out. It's going to be hand painted, like freehand mural on this wall. I've never done anything like that before. I'm excited to try, but before we can get into it, I do need to remove this. I did nail all of these up here too, so there's going to be like a little bit of prep work involved before I can show you the paint colors that I picked out and tell you exactly what we're going to be doing in the space.
Tell you thought you owned the place. The words that you said, the 2 steps ahead. Well, your way to play was widespread. Take a chance, you said, with quite the charm. And then you got me unharmed. Bet you thought you'd screw me over, but you do no harm. If you don't like what you find, don't feel obliged. But I'm not the one.
This is the spackle that I like to use for small nail holes and anchor holes, things like that. I like it because it goes on pink, and then when it's dry and ready to sand, it turns white, so there's no guesswork involved.
Take a chance, you said, with quite the charm. And then you got me unharmed. But you thought you'd screw me over, but you do no
I'm so sorry if there's an echo in here now because the room's empty. All of the furniture and everything is out of here, but the walls are all prepped and washed, and now I have these 4 paint samples. I'm going to show you what colors I chose and kind of explain the vision that I have, and then we're just going to go for it and start painting on the wall. So these are the 4 colors that I chose for the mural, and I really wanted to go with a variety of depths and undertones while still staying in like the purple magenta family. So I ended up choosing these colors: BFF, Heartbreaker, Lover's Knot, and I Heart Potion, because I am planning to paint an accent mural onto the wall and not necessarily paint the entire wall. I just got sample sizes of all of these colors, and that was a really affordable way to make a statement and have an impact in this space without having to spend literally $100 to get all of the colors that I wanted. And I'm really hoping that this is going to work out with my plan. So I'm thinking about doing a almost 70s inspired, like wavy artwork that stretches across this wall here. That's where loosely my inspiration is coming from, but I would say the most inspiration I'm getting is actually from Disney roller coasters. So I'm wanting to paint like a wave across, or a squiggle maybe, across the wall and have it look like loosely based on a roller coaster with highs, lows, and little loops and things like that. And then I'm going to use the 4 colors to paint that across and kind of give it some dimension and depth. I have chosen those colors in a satin finish, which I think is going to pop just a little bit extra because the wall color is an eggshell finish. So I'm going up 1 in sheen, and that'll add a little bit of dimension there. And hopefully I can bring this vision to life. I'm going to freehand the entire thing, no stencils, and just kind of go with the flow and see where it leads me. So hopefully I don't completely mess this up and end up having to paint over it, but we'll never know until we try, and so we're about to try. I'm going to start in this corner right here. This is the corner closest to the window, and I think I'm gonna start very close to the midway point, maybe the upper third of the wall even, and use this color Heartbreaker. It is the dark pink that I got, and it's one of Sawyer's favorite colors. Just in general, pink and purple are her favorite colors. I feel like I have a lot of purple in the bedding and the accents, and so I wanted to have like a big splash of pink and then use those other colors to accent. This is where we are at with this first color, and I do know there's some areas like right here that I'm actually going to fix and just make it a little thinner, like cut in like that with the next color. And then in some of those curves I did have to clean up with this brush here because the regular wall paintbrush was just not doing it. So if you are going to attempt to do something like this, just know that like a paintbrush that you would use for cutting in with regular wall paint is not going to get sharp, crisp lines, and you might need a craft paintbrush. I'm gonna have to go rinse this out because this is the only one of this size and shape that we have in our house for some reason. So I'm gonna have to rinse it out in between coats. And I do think I'm gonna let this dry for about 20 to 30 minutes before I come in with the next color, just so that I don't end up with an ombre line, like with the colors mixing or anything like that. And then I think first I'll use the craft brush next, just to give myself an outline, at least in some of the spaces, like up in that corner that I was talking about, and then go in and kind of use them at the same time to make sure I'm getting crisp edges, as crisp as I can, and also making sure that I'm maintaining the shape that I want. I'm not gonna lie, this is a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. I really went into this thinking, this is gonna take me an hour and a half and it's gonna be completely done and so easy because I have a relatively steady hand and I'm good at painting walls in general, but I am at least enjoying what we've initially got up here, and I feel like I want to see the project through. I think the next color I should try is the darker purple. It's called I Heart Potion, and I just feel like having the two dark colors together is going to make the most sense, and then having the lighter colors on the outside or the periphery so that it's not just like alternating and nonsensical. So at least in my mind, that's what it seems like is the right move or direction to take it in. And I am going to start with this small craft brush in that corner again and kind of overlapping with some of that pink, because you can see there's a really thick portion there and then it goes thinner, and while there should be some thicker portions and some thinner portions, that one just stands out as being like kind of strange. And so now that it's dried a little bit, I think I'll be able to go over it with this, and since it's a deeper color, it should cover it pretty well.
Tough times, they tend to make you lose your mind. Bright signs and sunlight can be hard to find, but we'll fight this off until it's out of sight. No time, we'll have driven far from here. Right now, you need to pack your bags, my dear. We'll climb, the view is really great up there. I know we can be a splash of paint.
Since I'm going to be working on the bottom portion next, I don't have to wait for this purple to dry too much, and then hopefully by the time I'm done painting the bottom portion, that top purple will be dry, and if I want to go in with the fourth color, it'll be all ready. But on the bottom, against this dark pink, I'm going to use this light pink color called BFF, and again, kind of paint that right along. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it thicker or a thinner line. I'm starting to feel like most of the mural is in the top half of the wall, and so maybe I need to do something a little thicker down on the bottom, but I think I'll just again start with the craft brush and see how that looks, and then decide how thick I need to make it from there.
I can't believe someone like me is here with somebody like you. There's something about you and I know why. I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's in your smile and in your feet. It's high and low and in between. And I am glad to let
there with the roller coaster squiggle. I didn't film that top line there, but I just used this last light purple color lover's knot, and I did a thin line with the craft brush because I didn't want to make it too top heavy. I am aware that the top portion over here just looks a little bit strange. I think I'm gonna try to use the craft brush and touch it up with the actual wall color and see if I can make it make more sense. I have a lot of touch-ups, especially in this whole area, to do anyway, and I do have that wall color paint, so I'm going to be able to do that right now and kind of have a finished, polished product. And when doing wall touch-ups like this, where you're not painting the entire wall, but there's just some spots that need to be touched up, I have found that the best way to do that is to like feather in the color to blend it really well and make it look like it was always there. I feel like if you just swipe it like this, then as it dries, you're going to see a swipe mark. But I like to go kind of in all directions, feather it out, and that way I am covering the mistakes or the blemishes, but not leaving like a harsh line anywhere to be able to tell that it wasn't always like this.
Guess I never really had the chance to speak my mind. Never thought you would hear it. Oh, and if you run, baby, I will follow every time. I show you what I'm feeling. You got me going, can't control. Fingers crossed you take me home. So play me all night, hold me tight, keep me in the spotlight. Show me what it's all about. Just take the shot, morning's getting closer. I'm waiting on you to tell me it will be alright. Closer now, think it's time we try this out. What are you waiting for? So keep me moving to the beat of the night till the lights go out. Oh, and if you want, baby, I could be the only one. Make up your mind. I know you want it, I know you need it. Come on, show me anything.
Not to toot my own horn, but how cool is this? I love the way that it turned out. It definitely gives me roller coaster vibes, and it feels very Sawyer, which is obviously the most important thing. Okay, so I'm not going to lie. When I painted this initial pink here, I did not like the way that it looked. I felt like I was losing the vision and almost scratched the entire project and just painted over it a solid color and then thought of something else to do in this space. But I'm glad that I pushed through and waited until the end because I like this. I think this is so cool. It's so fun and playful, and that is Sawyer. She's such a fun kid, very playful, very eccentric, and I feel like this speaks to that part of her personality. I'm so excited for her to see it. I think she's going to love it, and I'm pretty proud of it. There are still a few little things that I need to touch up, but I need to wait until the paint completely dries, and so I'll do those touch-ups tomorrow. But for the most part, it looks fine. Like, it's definitely presentable on camera for sure, and in person I could leave it exactly how it is and nobody would notice except for me. But I know that those mistakes are there and I know that they need to be fixed. But otherwise, this is just so cool. I'm so happy that I decided to step way outside of my comfort zone and do something so different and so new, but also so Sawyer. I'm so excited. This feels like Sawyer to me, and now I want to just bring the rest of the room together, which is what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'll be painting all this wainscoting and the bottom portion of the walls a different color, not a neutral, a different color, and then we'll be bringing in all of her new furniture and decor and just pulling the space together. and then presenting it to her and giving her her new elementary school room. I literally cannot wait. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am, and that you come back to see the finished product, because I just think it's gonna be a whole vibe. Like, I cannot wait to see what it looks like at the end of the day tomorrow. But anyway, it is dinner time now. I'm very hungry, so I'm going to end this video here, go make some cheeseburgers, relax for the rest of the evening, and then prepare myself for a full bedroom makeover tomorrow. Hopefully, I can pull the rest of this space together in just one day. We'll see if I can actually do it, but I'm definitely hoping so, and I hope that you'll come back to see how it all comes together in the finished product. Thank you guys so much for choosing to spend your time here and hanging out with me today. I hope that even though this was a little bit different and not the aesthetic you typically see in my videos and on my channel, I hope you still had fun, or at least felt like this was entertaining or interesting, and maybe it inspired some of you guys to do something really quirky like this in your own space. If you do attempt it, let me know. I'd love to see pictures of the designs and the color choices that you guys make for your own accents like this. But anyway, thank you all so much for being here today, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.